Hello everyone and welcome to day 5 of Congruent Triangles, which is on congruence and triangles. So first off, starting off with the definition of congruent triangles, which is two triangles that have the exact same side measures and same angle measures. So all of their angles are the same and all of their sides are the same. So the word congruent, we've used that before. Congruent means the same. So the congruent triangles are two triangles that are the same. So when we're talking about congruent triangles, they have corresponding angles and corresponding sides. So corresponding, just like corresponding angles like we did with transversals, corresponding means same place. So corresponding angles and corresponding sides are going to be angles and sides in the same place on both triangles. So angles in the same place, and sides in the same place. Of course, in congruent triangles, this means that they are congruent to each other. So congruent to each other. So starting off, this is called a congruency statement. Congruency statement. And it's saying that those two triangles are congruent to each other. Now, you can see it says triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. When we're writing out congruency statements, all of the corresponding angles and sides are lined up. So this corresponding A, or this, so this point A on this triangle is corresponding with P on this triangle because they're both listed first. So that means that that angle and that angle are going to be the same. Also, we can see point B and point Q are both in the middle, so B and Q are also corresponding, so B and Q will be congruent to each other. And then the last one is C and R. Those are both listed last, so that will be our last corresponding point, and that means that that angle is congruent to each other. Okay, next, number 1, we have angle ABC and DEF are congruent. And we need to find all the values of the angles and sides. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark all of my angles and sides that are corresponding. So I'm going to do A and D first. So A and D are corresponding. Then I'll do B and E. So B goes with E. And last is C and F. Those go together. C and F. Okay, so now those are all my corresponding points, so I know that all of those angles are going to be the congruent ones. So A goes with D, B goes with E, and C goes with F. So let's fill in what the ones I don't know. For B and E, I know E is 42, so B has to be 42 because they're congruent to each other. And A, I know is 87, so D also has to be 87 degrees. Now let's find C and F. Really, I just need to find one of them because they are congruent to each other. In a triangle, I know that my angles all need to add up to 180 degrees. So I'm going to do 87 plus 42, and I get 129 when I do that. So how much more do I need to get to 180 from 129? Well, I need 51 more. So 51 and 51 are going to be C and F. So now I can fill that in all down here. A is 87, B is 42, and C is 51. On the other triangle, I have D is 81, I have E is 42, and F is 51. Cool. So the next ones I need are going to be the sides. So first is AB. So notice how A goes from yellow to blue right here, yellow to blue. So I'm going to find the other side that also goes yellow to blue. And that's that side. They go between yellow and blue, which means those are going to have the same measurement. They're both going to be 10 meters. So 10 here and 10 here. The next one I'm going to do is BC, which goes from blue to green. So I'm going to find my other side that goes from blue to green. That'll be the same. So they're also going to be both 11 meters. And the last one is going to be from yellow to green, and that is AC and DF. And this one is 14, so this one's going to be 14. So 14 and 14. Okay, for part A, I'm just writing out all the parts that are congruent to each other. So starting out, SR is this side right here with one hash mark, and it's going to be congruent to the other side on the other triangle with also one hash mark, which is XY. The next one I'm going to do is going to be the ones with two hash marks, which will be RZ and XZ. So SC, that'll be RZ and XZ. And then the last one will be the three hash marks, which will be from SZ to YZ. Cool. Next, let's do the angles. Angle R is congruent to angle X because they both have two little arcs in there, so angle X. The next one that I'm going to do is angle S, which has 1, and Y only has 1, so that'll go there. And then last is angle Z. Angle Z has 3, and so does this other angle Z. So angle Z is going to be twice. So now when writing our congruency statement, we want to write out everything that is matching. Well, angle Y goes with angle S because they both have the 1 hash mark. So angle S will be listed first. Triangle S. Next, S or X. X is in the middle, and X has 2 hash marks, which so does R. So R will be next. And then Z is down here by itself with the 2 angles, so that'll go last. So triangle SRZ would be the correct congruency statement. Okay, number 2, refer to the figure below to complete the congruency statement. So I'm going to start by looking at, it says triangle ABC. So I'm going to do A as orange, I'll do B as red, and I'll do C as green. So I want to write a triangle that is congruent to that triangle. Well, I need to go in order again. So I need to find the angle that's going to be corresponding with A, or the point that's corresponding with A in the same spot. So A is kind of at the tip of the line with 2 lines and 3 lines. Well, so is angle E. So triangle E will be first because A was first on the last one, so E is in the same spot, E goes first. The next triangle, or the next letter that's going to go next, is going to be D, because D is between the 2 sides with the 1 hash mark and the 2 hash marks, just like B up here, so D will go next. And then the last one is going to be C again, because C is between the 1 and the 3, so C goes last. Okay, for part B, which of the following statements are true? Mark all that apply. Okay, so I'm just matching up corresponding parts. So I would recommend drawing 2 triangles. So I'll draw one here and another one here. This one's going to be M, N, O, and the other one's going to be P, Q, R. And be careful to make sure that you list that in the same order. So I went left, top, right. I went left, top, right on the second one too, just to keep them all in order, because M is going to go with P, N is going to go with Q, and R and O are going to go together because that's the order that they're listed in that congruency statement. So I have MN is congruent to PQ. Well, MN is this side, PQ is that side. Are they in the same spot? Yep, so that's true. Next, I have NO is congruent to QR, and I'm kind of going down, I should go over. MO is congruent to PR, so MO is this one, PR is this one. Are they in the same spot? Yes, that's the next one. Next one I have NO and RQ, so NO would be that one, RQ would be this one. Are they in the same spot? Yes, they are, so those are congruent to each other. And D, we'll check it just in case, NO and PQ, NO is the side with 3 hash marks. PQ is the side with 1 hash mark on the other one, so that is not true. Next, part E. E says M is congruent to P. So is M in the same spot as P? Yes, they're both blue, so that's true. Next, angle NOM is congruent to angle QRP. So NOM will be this angle, QRP will be this angle. Are they in the same spot? Yes, they are, so F is true. Next is N congruent to Q. N is green, Q is green, yes. And ONM is this top angle, is congruent to QRP, which is this one down here. No, they're not in the same spot, so that one's not true. So it would be ABC, EFG. Cool. So next we have to find the following variables given that these triangles are congruent. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark off all my congruent parts. So A goes with F, A, F. Then I'm going to do B, E, so B and E. Then I'm going to do C, D, so C, D. Cool. So I need to find W, X, Y, and Z. So let's start with W. W is this side right down here between B and C, so blue and green. So that's going to be the same in the corresponding side to the other side that's blue and green, which is this one right here. So if that one is 5, then this one is also 5. So W has to equal 5. Next one I have to find is X. Now X is this angle right here with the green C. Well, I'm going to go find the other green, which is 58. So since that one's 58, this one has to be the same. So this one's also 58. So 58 degrees. Next, let's do Y. Y is this top yellow angle at A, which is going to be the same as this other yellow angle at F, which is 32. So I know that this angle also has to be 32. Thing is that it has a 2y, so I know 2y has to equal 32. Then I have to divide by 2 to get y alone, and I end up with y is equal to 16. So 16 is y. And the last one I have to find is Z. Z is on the side that's between A and C, so green and yellow, which is this side right here, which is 13. So if that one's 13, this one has to also be 13. So Z is 13. And last one is 6. These two triangles are congruent. Again, I'm going to mark off my corresponding parts. So G goes with K. Then I know J goes with J. And I know H goes with L. So let's find all my variables. Starting off with R. R is this side right here, which is between yellow and blue, which is the same as this side, also between yellow and blue. If that one's 14, then this one has to also be 14. So R is 14. Next is S. S is this side right here that's between green and blue, which is the same as this one, which is also between green and blue, which are both variables that we need to find. So to be able to find those, I'm going to look at these triangles and try to see if they're like a special type of triangle. And if you look, you can see that these angles are the same, which means these are isosceles triangles, which means that these legs also have to be the same. So if that one's 14, this one also has to be 14 because they're isosceles triangles. So S is 14. And since S and T are corresponding sides, then T is also 14. Okay, next one I should find is W. W is the side between yellow K and green L, so I'm going to find the yellow and green, which is 15. So W has to be the same, which is 15. So W is 15. Okay, next is X. X is this angle right here, which is on this yellow K, so that's going to be the same as the other yellow angle, which is G, which is 54. So this one also has to be 54 degrees, so X has to be 54 degrees. And last one is Y. Y is this angle on the green L, which is going to be the same as this green H, which is also 54. So 3Y has to equal 54. Divide by 3. So you get Y is equal to 18. So Y is 18. And that's it for day 5. So I'll see you all again for day 6. Bye.